What is going on, guys? Justin here with a pickups video, and in this video I'm going to be showing two separate deals from two different people. They both kind of fall into the category of smaller scale purchases, at least quantity wise, but they're both pretty quality. Actually, this first lot of stuff I'm going to show here is by far the most quality purchase I've made for my collection in a very long time. And you guessed it, it all comes from the same local reseller guy that I picked up all that stuff from in the last video and a few videos ago. This was the rest of it. This is all he had left, and this was the grand finale. And I'll admit, I paid for this stuff. It wasn't cheap, but I think any Game Boy enthusiasts out there are really going to appreciate how obscure some of this stuff is. Some of this stuff I guarantee I will never see again, so I had to jump on it. Just a disclaimer here, the majority of what I'm going to show are empty boxes. Not all of them, but the majority of it is. Let's hop into this though. We'll start out by showing an empty box for Adventure Island 2 Aliens in Paradise for the Game Boy. Most of these are pretty mint condition. This one's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Next up was Batman Return of the Joker. This one he gave me pretty cheap because it does actually have a hole through it. I'm not sure if it was like hung up somewhere or something, but he gave me a pretty cheap price on that one. I'll let you guys know what I paid for them all at the end. Like I said, it wasn't cheap. Simpsons Bart versus the Juggernauts. That one's a little more common, I think. At least the game is. I don't know about the box. This one here I know is pretty obscure. I've never even seen the cartridge before. Sword of Hope. In pretty nice shape. It did look like it got a little crushed on the side. Some of these had manuals, the majority of them were just boxes. This one I can tell is absolutely empty. This one is pretty cool. The Legend of River King, which is, I mean, it looks exactly like actually the Harvest Moon character, which makes sense. Maybe it is because it's Natsume. And I think I have, now they made a gray cartridge and a black cartridge of this game. I think that this is the box for the gray cartridge because it's the original Game Boy label here. I think the other one said Game Boy Color on the box. I believe. I'm not 100%. I'm not up to date on my River King fishing games, but I believe that's the case. Super Mario Land. This one he gave me for cheap. It's pretty common. I think I already have that one complete. This one here, ooh, an absolutely mint Bubble Bobble. And I don't even think I have the cartridge for this, to be honest. I'll have to track that one down if I don't, because this is an absolutely mint box. I got to buy some more plastic box protectors for some of the stuff in this lot. Sneaky Snakes, which I believe the game is relatively common, but you know, I'll explain it all at the end, like I said. But some of the stuff I was kind of looking up on eBay to get like a reference point. I couldn't find a box for this anywhere, sold, listed, anything. And that's the case with actually quite a few of these games in here. Burai Fighter Deluxe. Actually, this is one of the very first games I ever had for my original Game Boy when I was a kid. I could never get past level 1, but pretty mint condition box for the collection. Revenge of the Gator. This one is pretty common, I believe. I think I might already have that one complete. Snoopy's Magic Show. I don't think I have that cartridge yet to track that one down. That one's in really nice shape. Ooh, this one, Battletoads. I was pumped to get this because I already have the cartridge and manual, and this is another one where you don't just see the box for this anywhere. I did see a few, I think, that had sold on eBay for $50, $60, upwards of $70. This one's pretty mint. I think once I put my cartridge and manual in here, it'll be on the higher end of that range. Next up we got Yoshi. That one's pretty common, nothing too special there. This one though is pretty cool. Cat Rap, or Catrap, which I think the cartridge is like $10 or $20. I believe I have it, so I'll be able to throw it in this box. I can't imagine I'm ever going to find a manual for this one, unless I, you know, just wait for one on eBay and pay for it, which I don't really want to do. But cool to get the box. Not in perfect shape, it's a little bit crushed, but it's pretty good. We got Penguin Wars, which I think this was one of two Penguin games in here. So I got a little confused about that, but believe I have this cartridge, so I'll be able to throw that in there. Here is the first Adventure Island. So it was awesome to get both of those. I didn't have the box for either of them, but I do have both the cartridges. I think I have a manual for one of them too. I always love the Adventure Island artwork. I mean, from the NES game to the Super Adventure Island, and then this one, just the artwork on the front of these is super cool. And then I think the last original Game Boy box I got, which actually does have the cartridge in it, Amazing Penguin. Another Natsume title. Yeah, this one has the cartridge in it. There's no manual in here. But this is one of the ones that, I would probably say this is the most obscure out of all of them. And it's in pretty nice shape. A tiny bit of crushing on the side there. But I don't know if I'll ever track down a manual for it to complete it. But again, this is just, it's not, you just don't see this. So I had to jump on it. So these last 4 Game Boy games here are actually Game Boy Color boxes. I don't really collect the Game Boy Color so much, so I don't know that I'm going to hold on to any of these, but we got Monster Rancher, Battle Card, GB, Game Boy, Pokemon Trading Card Game, Magi Nation, and Dragon Warrior Monsters. Ryan saw the picture I posted of this and he was inquiring about this one, so I don't even know if he has the game, he just liked the box, so we'll see if I can hold on to that one for him. So that was all the Game Boy stuff, I believe, at least that was put together. There was a stack of, these are mostly cheaper boxes here, but boxes nonetheless. We got Chessmaster, Super RC Pro-Am, Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing, Hexite, and probably the best one out of that stack anyway was Kirby's Dream Land, which I think I have the box for the second one maybe? I don't think I've ever had the box for this one, so I'll have to put that one together and throw my cartridge in there. So that was all for the Game Boy stuff, at least boxes. He threw in one actual game for me, Summer Olympic Games, which I needed. There was no box for that one though. And moving on, next I guess we'll show a few N64 things I got. This here is not an empty box. It is a factory sealed copy of Mickey's Speedway USA. Brand new, factory sealed. He said he found this at Goodwill a couple of years ago. Still has the Kmart $59.99 price sticker on the front there. So always cool to get, you know, sealed N64 stuff. Again, that's not stuff you see all that often. I did find that sealed penny racers at, I believe, the same Goodwill. It was, I don't know, probably last year sometime. But yeah, that was pretty cool to get. Put that in a protector as well. I got, this is an empty box for Mario Party. It still has the cellophane on it. It's pretty dirty and beat up, though I might actually just take it off because the box is crushed on the top, so I might try to flatten it out. But I already have the game complete, so I'm not too worried about the condition on that one. What else for the N64 is in here? Here is a N64 controller pack. It feels light, but it's actually in there. It's just there's not really much to it, so it's pretty light. I don't think I have one of these yet complete, so I'll keep that. And then I think for the N64, there was an expansion pack in there, which he threw in for me. And that was all the N64 stuff. For the Super Nintendo, I got Tiny Toons Adventures Wacky Sports Challenge, which it's kind of warped. Let's see if I can flatten it out. I think it's just the... There's no cartridge in here. I don't know if it has a manual or not. No, it doesn't look like it has the manual, which I don't even know if I have the card anyway, so I'll hang on to that until I get the card. For the NES, well, this actually does have the cartridge in it, and I believe it's complete. Maybe it doesn't have the manual. No, it's just got a poster and stuff. Or it has the manual, but the manual doesn't have a cover on it. It is Bad News Baseball. Cartridge is in like mint condition. Box not so much, but I'll probably hang on to it. It is kind of a cool looking box that I don't have yet. Let's see. A couple DS cases here. Actually, this one might be in here. Yeah, the legendary Starfy. That one is complete. I don't know if I'll hang on to that one or not. Looks kind of like childish or whatever, but kind of Pokemon-esque on the back there. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. This one is just the case and manual. See if I can find a cartridge for that one. That would be a cool one to have for the collection. A couple more obscure things before I get into the really obscure boxes. There's a couple in here that are just like... I don't even know. This is an empty Game Genie box, which I think is for the Game Boy one. Yeah. Which actually, where did I get that Game Genie from? That was a separate deal. I got a Game Genie a couple weeks ago that I'll be able to throw in here, I guess. A broken DS system, which actually still works, but I mean, it's trash. It's an original DS anyway, so nothing special. Kirby's Pinball Land for the Game Boy, and then finally these two boxes here, which he had to convince me to buy because I knew that they were worth money because I knew these are very collectible, but they are just the empty boxes, and I don't really intend on buying the systems to put in them, so I might just try and sell the boxes and get some of my money back on this. But they're Game & Watch boxes. Game & Watch, here's the Mickey Mouse Game & Watch. It's just the empty box only. You know, it says Nintendo on the back, and I don't know, it's kind of a cool box, very retro looking, but like I said, I don't really have any intention of tracking down this specific Game & Watch to put in there. I think that'd be more trouble than it's worth for me. And then here's this one, Game & Watch multi-screen. It's the Mario Bros. One. And this box, it's not great. It's got some crushing on the side, but I think I'll be able to flatten these out. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Like I might just try and throw them up and see what I can get as far as my money back for them, because I did actually pay quite a bit for these boxes, but I think I can get more than the $40 that I paid, even for just the boxes. So that was everything for this deal. Now, what did I pay for all that? Like I said, it wasn't cheap. It was $400, and it added up quickly. I did not know it was going to get that high. And when I totaled it all up at the end, my jaw just kind of dropped, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to step up and pay it, because, again, this is not stuff that I'm ever going to see again. So to get it now while I have the chance for what I think was a decent deal, I mean, the way we did it was we kind of just went one by one, looked up what the game was going for, and for most of these, you couldn't find a box for them on eBay anyway to compare it to. So it was kind of just a shot in the dark, but I think that I got a pretty good deal on those. So, like I said, hopefully some Game Boy enthusiasts will appreciate this lot for what it is. I'm going to clear myself some room and then quickly show this other deal that I picked up. So on to a Sega and Super Nintendo bundle that I got a much better deal on, if you're thinking like percentage terms. I just thrown a post up on Facebook and said I was looking for video game stuff, and somebody hit me back with this. And I got a sweet deal on it. I'll let you guys know what I paid at the end, but let's start out with some 32X stuff. Seems like I'm finding all the 32X stuff lately. Star Wars Arcade, with a pretty trash box. The cartridge is in there, I don't think it had a manual. And then a Doom, just a cartridge only. So then on to the Genesis stuff. Fantasia, that was just cart and case. Tasmania, that one was complete. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which I believe was complete. Yep, cartridge does have some kind of damage on it, water damage or something. And a complete Disney's Aladdin. And then for the loose cartridge stuff, some of these are actually pretty quality. I couldn't believe it when I saw them. We got Toy Story, Star Trek The Next Generation, Jurassic Park, Light Crusader, Battletoads Double Dragon. This one here, what I've never had before, Caliber 50. Almost looks like Contra or something on the front there. I'll have to check that one out. Always a good day when you get a Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. This one here, which is probably the best game that I got with this entire deal, Kadash. Of course, the one game that's got something rattling in it is the best one I got. I'll have to see if I can get those stickers off. They look like they're on there. Pretty good, though. Primal Rage, Sonic Classics, Alex Kidd, The Enchanted Castle, Bugs Bunny, Double Trouble, Phantasy Star 3. This one here I've never had either. Battle Master, DJ Boy, found that one at a garage sale last summer. Mortal Kombat, or was it this summer? It was last summer. And Genesis 6-pack. And then moving on to the Super Nintendo stuff, again, a few quality titles in here as well. The Lord of the Rings, got Clue, Mortal Kombat 2, Family Dog, Jurassic Park, so here, Killer Instinct, one of the better ones, The Death and Return of Superman. Talk about stickers. I'll have to do some work on that one. Let's see if I can get all those off without damaging the cartridge. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Castlevania 4. Actually, surprisingly, no stickers on this one. It's in really nice shape. Haven't had that one in a while. Just a few more of them here. True Lies, which I was shocked to see how expensive this game has gotten. 20 to 30, maybe a little more. Maybe not for this one since it's got writing on it, but I don't know why this one and the Genesis one have shot up so much recently. Tiny Toons Adventures Wacky Sports Challenge. I think I might need that one for the collection. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday. Another one for the collection, Redline F1 Racer. Not an expensive game, but I've never seen that one before. And the last few here, Final Fight, the Page Master, and Ultraman. There's a few manuals in here as well. The Page Master manual, Wacky Sports Challenge manual. So what did I pay for all that? I offered $100, and she said, yeah, if you can come pick it up, I'll do the $100. She did say then, oh, I have a couple PS2 games too, and then I found out where she lived, and I was like, hey, you know, will you throw in the PS2 games for the 100, because it was like a 25-minute drive there, another 25 minutes coming back, so I got these thrown in for free, nothing too special, Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil Code Veronica X. But for $100, that was a hell of a deal. I would say it's probably like close to a $300 lot at least. So even though it was kind of like an hour round trip almost, it was definitely worth it. So I don't know, maybe I'll try the Facebook thing more often and see if I get any more hits like this. Seemed to work this time. So anyway, thank you guys for sticking around and checking out both of my deals from this video, and until next time, take care.